Hey Six Pinners, welcome to your July Scopes. This video is going to be about 10 minutes long. I've decided to do things a little bit differently. I'll have another one to you in the next 5-6 days, and then another one probably after that. Just little short reminders or the next hit that I want you to hold on to. So the gist though of this video is about the number combination that you've got to work with in July. July is the number of the mystic, and it's a magic number. It's an alchemic number. It's pretty phenomenal. Working with it can be a little tricky. So I have created a video just for that is about 10 minutes long that you can pop in and listen to as well. All right, just so you can get the gist of this terrain that all the pins are running through. We're all in a 7, and the number that we work with is everybody has a different number, and that number means specifics that you are going to want to tap into in partnership with the 7 frequency in order to navigate towards outcomes by the end of this month that you like, that you feel good about. You guys are in the building year. This is not a sit on your laurels and contemplate your navel year. This is a hard working building with a ton of patience and discipline that you need to drop into on a regular basis, tight schedules, even when you don't really quite know what the ultimate outcome of whatever it is you're building, okay? Most of the time, for all of us, it sits in our careers, or it sits in our family base of operations. It could be both. Most of the time, it actually is both. But in career, whatever it is that you're doing, this is a year where you're adding something to it that has the potential for long-term success and sustainability, which pipes to you resources and opportunities, right? Okay, so the number that you guys are working with in July is actually, drum roll please, it's the number 4. Yes. So what you are up against and have the opportunity to really anchor into is creating stability and structure in a way that is going to be partnering with the 7 frequency. So I would say, because you understand I'm in a 4 personal year, I'm cooking into the 7th month of this year, and I kind of have the gist of it. I know what this feels like. I don't really want to go into interpersonal conversations. By the way, you probably had a ton of that last week or last month, right? And that was based in making community better. And hopefully you got that vacation in, you got a little bit of playtime in, because this month is not about that at all. Nothing about play. It's just all about creativity on steroids in your whatever it is that you are building. The second story of your beautiful first story house. What's the structure that you're creating? So a 4 hanging out in a 7 terrain has got to think clearly on a daily basis. The 7 frequency offers you it's like a pipeline, if you can work with it correctly, to finding the answers that you have been struggling with to find. And what is required in working with the 7, because 7 is the mental number, its ruler, the mental field ruler is 7, okay? The secret in the magic sauce, turning alchemy, turning raw iron ore into gold, is dropping into your feeling center, your gut center. It's down here in your lower belly. Regardless of what all the noise is around you, or the people that are considered experts that are telling you, no, this is the way to do this. This is the way to do this, okay? And they are experts in their field, and they do know their stuff. Or you have relationships around you that are long-term relationships that have a very strong opinion about how things should be moving inside of what this is that you're building, your life. You have your own unique answer that sits in the very core of who you are, and it basically boils down to 2 words: yes, no. In the core of your belly, regardless of everything else that the noise around you, opinions of those that you love, that you respect, the anchoring into your voice, your gut, your intuition is critical. And here is where the 7 then, in the emotional field and the mental field, begin to create magic, synchronistic events, things happening quickly. The you can't believe what just happened, you can't make this stuff up moments in our lives that we never forget, okay? This could look like knowing that, you know, in your heart of hearts, who you've always wanted to work with, or who you've wanted to collaborate with, or whose team that you wanted to be on. The answers sit here in your gut and come up into your heart chakra, and then hang out and move around that beautiful brain of yours that is capable of putting words together so that you can speak them out loud, okay? And it requires courage. You need to trust your gut. And a lot of us have a challenge with that, because depending on your age, or, you know, where you live in the world, our intuition is probably not celebrated, accepted, and respected as much as it actually should be. It is a highly adept field of energy that we all have. It's connected to our soul, our spirit, the essence that's hanging out in this bag of bones. It's how our soul, our spirit, our essence communicates through feeling, through intuition. And then the mental field takes over, and the mental field puts together words in paragraphs in order to communicate to others our intuitive awareness. So when intuition and intellectual capacity come together, it's emotional intelligence and intellectual intelligence comes together, that's the 7 magic right there. If you leave out your intuitive core, yes and no, and you solely rely on the mental field and other people's expert opinions, the outcome, the ultimate outcome that you will experience will be less than optimal. I mean, it will be good enough, but it will be less than optimal. And what you want is to add your awareness to the mix. While you are working with the 4 frequency, you're partnering with the 7 terrain that we're all running through, right? This is your life. This is your days. These are your relationships. These are your dreams. It's all you. So the way that you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck in partnering with the 7 is to follow the directives of take a breath, take a beat, slow down time for about 2 seconds, drop into your core. What do you feel? What's your gut tell you? What's your gut tell you? And then let it come up to your heart This is the, place of unconditional love and all that kind of stuff. And then find the courage to speak it, to trust the people that you're speaking it to. Trust is a really big issue for the 7. And there are positive manifestations of these cardinal numbers, and then there's negative manifestations of these cardinal numbers because they need to be balanced. And when we're only working with half of their gifts and abilities, then we're cutting off, the yin to the yang of who they are and what they represent and offer in our lives. Okay? The mystic, the sage, the most beautiful number, 7, can, when it is out of balance, goes into bitterness, goes into isolation, goes into deep lack of trust, and often becomes reclusive. And that's just, you're going to get more of that if you start to let that take root. And when you guys, listen, this is another month of you got to go to work. You need a schedule. And the way that you're going to protect that schedule is by being incredibly mindful of all the decisions that you're making and why you're making them, not skipping steps. It's super important without 4 frequency, and making sure that you are methodical and patient with the process and with those that are in partnership with you working with this process, okay? So keep yourself on a schedule. Tell yourself every single morning, I am partnering with my intuitive gut today. Put yourself to bed. I am partnering with my intuitive gut when I sleep. Just do that. Take a deep breath, slow down time for about 2 seconds. And I promise you, by the time you get to the end of this month, this is going to be really, you will be pleased. You will be pleased with your efforts and your focus. So this is the biggest thing I wanted to tell you. I'll have more to share with you as we go, but you guys lock this in and you're going to be just fine. You're going to be more than just fine, okay? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Any comments, any questions that you have, pop them in right here in this video. And I just would love to talk to all of you. Big hugs. I will talk to you guys really soon. Bye.